Thank you very much. Good evening to all of us here, all of the choirs, the different renditions by the band and the stories. We want to thank you all for coming. God bless you. Please have your seats. My fellow citizens, our supportive partners, esteemed residents in our dear country, Mrs. Boakai, Vice President, and Mrs. Kuhn, members of the Fourth Estate, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, including our Honorable Associate Judge of the Supreme Court. Early this morning, our determined, persevering, and hopeful citizenry and the residents woke up to the horrible news of the eruption of a devastating fire at the seat of the first branch of government, the historic Capitol building. In line with what the gravity of such an occurrence demands, we paid a visit to the scene to identify with leaders and the members of the legislature and see for ourselves the impact of the destruction. As the appropriate authorities worked tirelessly to investigate the cause of the fire, I want to express my deepest sadness and frustration over such an unfortunate incident. I would like to extend my gratitude to the brave firefighters, volunteers, and the law enforcement officers for their efforts in controlling the blaze. It is profoundly disheartening to witness the country's center of political dialogue and representation lying in ruins, requiring significant resources to restore. This restoration would demand a considerable amount from our already limited resources. An incident of this unpleasant nature will evidently lower the morale of the people, cast uncertainty in the air, dampen the courage of our population, and create an impression of imminent doom. But I come this evening to calm your heart, to soothe your emotions, and to reinvigorate your faith and confidence in our republic. For many years, our Capitol building, which was open for service, has stood as a powerful symbol of our representative democracy, national unity, and the source of our national pride. Given the seriousness of the situation, I want to emphasize that now is a critical time for all of us as Liberians to unite in the face of adversity. At the same time, I stress the importance of upholding the rule of law and democratic process, and I want to condemn any form of violence or intimidation. Further, we vow to resist any act that seeks to derail our separate but coordinated roles as the government of Liberia. Fellow citizens, as I conveyed during my visit earlier this morning, the legislature has our strong support for the important work they do on behalf of our people, from Cape Mount to Cape Palmas, from Montserrat to Nyumah. We acknowledge the challenges they face and offer our assistance in rebuilding and restoring the capital. I call on the security agencies to expedite their investigation into the cause of the devastating fire. Furthermore, I direct the Ministry of Public Works and the General Services Agency to conduct an assessment to determine the scope of the damage. Fellow Liberians, while we grieve over this unfortunate destruction, we want to uplift your spirit by sharing some optimistic news that is more empowering and impactful for our progress. A few minutes ago, I left my seat to take a phone call, and thanks to the significant improvement we have made in our governance process, the Millennium Challenge Corporation, MCC, has officially informed me that the Liberia's outstanding performance has qualified Liberia for a country's second compact. While I was vice president of the country, we went to the United States and signed for 267 million plus, and at some point in time, 250. This one is much larger than that. We have been congratulated and encouraged to continue to do the good work we're doing. This giant achievement by our dear country will unlock a significant amount of resources for our development agenda, further help to address the binding constraints to growth in our country. Details on the exact amount of funding and the other relevant information on Liberia's second compact will be released subsequently by the government. This is development that must lift my inner spirit and restore hope that indeed we are bound to achieve greater feats. Let's join our voices together and say congratulations to Liberia. As I close, let me seize this moment to state here clearly that the violence had no place in our society and that anyone found culpable will face the full weight of the law. I'm sure most of you are aware about people who take power into their hands, burn down police stations, burn down government facilities. When they know the constraints that we're going through, we're not going to allow this to happen anymore. And if they do occur, we'll make sure that those who cause it will pay the full penalty of the law. And I'm saying this. So I also want to confirm our commitment of my government to democracy, the rule of law, and to the principles of good governance. We're here to serve the people. We're here to serve this country. So let us therefore ensure that this incident is a mere fleeting stain that should never undermine our country's progress. Indeed, a much more forceful result. Let us reinforce our commitment as we think Liberia, as we love Liberia, and keep our hands on the deck to build a great Liberia. Please have the best wishes for a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Thank you.
May God bless us all and save our peaceful republic. I took the time up this afternoon to go across the bridge to see some of the roads that have been reconditioned, to go to Chicken Soup Factory area. We want to make you happy. And we want to say to you, thank you for the patience, and want to assure you that the great God we serve is on our side. Thank you, and God bless.